Yo, guys. Welcome back to another stream. How's everyone doing? Let's see who's here. Emma, welcome. Zulu's back. Welcome, bro. Good to see you here. How is everyone? Probably a short and sweet stream to end the week off today, to be honest with you. You know, gold has had a decent breakout, but we've just been sideways. We'll get into all this in a second. One sec, need to change that from the last zoom. See that gold trade then, Joe? Let's have a look. I've just been inactive for 10 minutes there whilst I was... Oh, nice. Who took it? Nice work, guys. Yeah, I just seen that. Some good execution. Not bad. Look at that, 47 ticks. Not bad. Great work. Is that what you took, Harry? This push down? Or above? Or did you take this 15? For me, I would have probably left it because it took liquidity as it closed below. But nice work for executing. Nice work for executing, mate. Yeah, like the closure is very nice. The closure below the level's perfect. Closure below the level. Wick fillers first targets, and you've got like 40 ticks there. Yeah, 60 ticks even. Yeah, nice. Good work. Let's see who's here. Eaters, how's it going? Hello, Joe. We brought the 15-minute on gold resistance now. Let's imagine I missed that. Should I look for the next breakout on the 30? If you miss the 15, you can wait for the 30 breakout, yeah. If I miss a 15 entry, I'll just take the 30. If that makes sense. So, if I take a 15 entry and I get stopped at break even, or it goes into profit, or I miss it, then yeah, I'll look at the next available time frame if it's valid. I'll take like the 30-minute if it's valid. If that makes sense. What's good, NQ Scalper? How's it going, bro? Good to see you in the chat again. I'm going to be waiting for this 15 closure here on gold. If it can get back above this level here, I'll be looking for half risk buys. Because really, this is my range. Okay? Let me just update the community really quickly, because I'm going to come and try and take out these highs up here. Alright. Let me just delete that. Let me see if my top step... Yeah, my top step's ready, guys. I took payouts on these 4 accounts. If you've seen, guys, I've taken 4 payouts on these. They're ready to go. Not got the biggest buffer, but I'm just going to trade them. All good. If they lose, if I lose them, so what? I took like 3.3 grand profit the other day. So yeah, I'm watching this range for now, guys. We've just taken liquidity to the downside, which is good to see. We've just taken downside liquidity. If we close bullish back above here, I'm going to be looking for some buys. We've got 2-3 minutes, and then I'm going to be looking to trade it into this double top. All right, let me just update community quickly. Yeah, guys, that's my analysis. Welcome to the stream. Let's see who's here. I know the liquidity closure isn't great, but because we had been in the range, yeah, definitely, Harry. We know we closed below the level. Strong closure below. We've been in that range. You're going to get that sort of breakout to the downside. Definitely. Yeah, good execution, mate. That's good. It's good to see that you're executing what you think and just worrying about everything after. That's fine. Yeah, if you've not already, guys, drop a like, subscribe, and welcome to the YouTube live trading session, okay? Let me just update this really quickly. Took a sell from 33.10 to 33.95. Let's have a look. 33.10. 33.10s. Yeah, that breakout was very nice, mate. You had this range here. You had this range here. You broke out to the downside. That was the Asia sell that I would have taken if I was trading Asia. I would have taken this too. That would have been my trade for the rest. That would have been me done for the week. If I caught this, that was a very nice trade. You took liquidity, you closed below the range, you had to push down. Yeah, that's very nice. Like you've got like a 300 tick push there. Just only risk 3 micros. Yeah, good management, mate. Not wrong with that at all. I'm waiting for a break back above this level for buys now. Basically, I need it to come back into the range for some half risk buys. Just scalped a quick buy. Nice one. Nice. You've had a decent push up there, like 70 ticks up and down. We have got news, guys, in 30 minutes. We have got news in 30 minutes on USD. Not super big news, but it's still red news. I'm trading these accounts on Top Step. Yeah, welcome everyone. Let's see who's here, guys. Welcome to the stream. Mm-hmm. 30 closed bearish, but let me move these over. 30 closed bearish below the level, but I can't execute trades when it's closed like this. I need to wait for the 15 to get above, and then I'll look for some longs. It closure below the range. Yeah, it closed below the range, mate, but it's closed weak bullish, weak bearish. Taking liquidity. Taking liquidity. So, yeah. You not trading your top 1 instance, Joe? Yeah, mate, I'll be trading them again Monday. Monday, I'll be trading them. Price action, I've not got both accounts up here because price action is just not worth trading multiple accounts. Look at it, it's super rangy. So I'm just trading the top steps because they've actually reset. The balances have reset, which is good on these 4 accounts. So I'm just going to trade these today. I'll get back to the instance on Monday. There's no rush. Like I say, I'm up on them still, so. Yo, Ron, how's it going, mate? Welcome. Welcome, Ron. Yeah, so next 15 closes above the level. I'll be looking for longs like so. Because I like this double top to get taken. This double top's very clear for me. So if I get a closure above, I'll be looking for buys. Oh. So really, I'd like to see, this is on the futures chart, but I'd like to see closure above. Once we get that closure above, I'll be looking for the trade higher into these highs. Can you see as well, guys, why I use the FX chart? Look at this on futures. Futures has taken the high. Futures has taken the high, but FX chart hasn't. So I look at this chart because it means that these highs are likely to get taken. So that means I'm not looking at this chart and these highs can still get taken. Okay? So if I know that these highs can still get taken, I can use these as targets even though it's a liquidity grab. Normally I don't have highs as a liquidity grab, but look, these highs have been taken, on here they haven't. So I can trade buys on this chart into these highs knowing that they haven't been taken here. Okay? Gold's in this slow sort of drip to the downside. Horrible slow drip. Oh. Yeah, put it up here. Decent range here. Back into this range, I'll be looking for longs to fill the range and then fill them highs. So if price can break up into these highs, break above here, I'll be looking for longs into this and this. Okay. But yeah, welcome everyone, welcome. Hi Joe, good to see you. Dangy, good to see you too, bro. Ravi, good to see you too, mate. Guys, if you haven't already, smash the like on the stream. Smash the like on the stream. Let's crush 20 likes again. Like I say, we've got 35 tuning in right now. Could we go for the liquidity at 71? Yeah, that's my main target for sells, guys. Main target for me, if we are going to keep pushing down, are these daily lows here. 32.45. But look on the hourly, you've got lows here too, which is 71, which are good targets for me. Okay. So if I were going to be looking to take sells, you know, it is a bit of a tight range, but I'd need some bearish closures out of here. Like I say, it's quite tight now, but yeah, out of here. To be honest with you, I'd like a bullish closure above now, and then I can take the next entry. You know, nice bullish closure, and then I'll take the next trade higher, like so. It's Friday. Yeah, we've got some news today, and it's Friday. There's no need. Like, guys, look at this. Okay, let me show you something. Look at this. On this account, where are the main two accounts? Oh, they've taken profit off, profit splits, of course. But look at this, guys, for the week. They've obviously taken profit splits. You know, this isn't a loss. This is profit splits. This push down. But look at the week. You know, I've taken a total of like 8 trades, 9 trades. These, obviously it says 5 and 15. That's when you take partials. So when you take partials on Top Step, you know, it counts as a trade. So I maybe have taken like 6 or 7 partials as well as trades. So it says 20 trades, but it's not. It's like 8 trades. But you can see for the week, I've got 4 accounts here. Just on 4 accounts, you know, almost $1,000 times 4, 4K, 75% win rate, you know, 1.5 profit factor, which is fine, quite good, you know, profit factor of 4.44. So is there a reason for me to go full margin, start blowing accounts up after I've taken profit splits, after I've made $4,000? Absolutely not. If I see a valid entry, of course I'll take it 100%. But am I just going to start executing positions on a Friday when the week's been great? No. But obviously, I will take trades if I see them. Simple as that. Simple as that. Maybe the 30 here in a second. I might take the 30-minute. If the 30-minute close is bearish, I will. Let's have a look at the 15. 15's not valid for me anymore. Yeah, the next entry I can possibly take is the 30. The next 30 short. Which actually lines up well with the hourly closure too. So yeah, if I get a closure below here now, which if it doesn't close as a grab, I'll take sells into these lows here. That'll be my 30-minute entry. So obviously we've got 20 minutes to wait. If the 30 closes, say here, then I'll just take this short down from here into here for like 50 ticks, which is quite nice. Zulu yawning. Yeah, man. It's been a yawning day. Look at this. So like, we brought to the downside at 7 o'clock. I started my session and it just started ranging. Look at the range. Big old range. If the 5 minute confirms, I'll take some 5 minute. I mean, it's coming for them targets now, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, guys, any questions, let me know whilst waiting for gold to sort itself out. Like I say, the only thing I can really take... We've got news as well in 19 minutes. So make sure you're aware of that. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, one sec, guys. I'll look at the comments in a minute. I'm just signing into something. Let's have a look. Wow, there's quite a few. Can you explain why the 15 minute is invalid for a breakout? Yeah, of course I can, mate. So the reason why I can take a 30 breakout is all because of this grab here. Because we've taken liquidity here and it's recent enough, I can take a breakout. But because of 15, I can't because it's not taken recent. It's not a recent grab. You know, it's like 6 candles ago on the 15, but on the 30, it's like 3, so it's fine. Hourly, there's nothing too clean to. You know, it's left a double top, not taken any liquidity until like 4 candles ago. So mainly the 30 looks the best, and it's the most valid in terms of grabs. Yeah, like I say, this candle here did close, like Ron says, this candle here did close below. But the reason I can't take it is because it closed as a grab to potentially push higher. You know, 80% of the time, the next candle will push higher. You know, it's just that there's a lot of volume to the downside right now. When do you give your trade a second chance if the first attempt failed? If the entry, for example, okay, so let's say that you break out of a range and you're looking to enter on the flip of this candle. Let's say that I put a buy stop here. The candle flips. The candle flips. 1 second. The candle flips, takes me in. Okay, takes me in and then come and takes me out again. If it takes me out like this on the first attempt and a buy stop again is still valid, I'll just put my order in again. Because sometimes giving your trade a second chance can reflip bullish again and that can be the push. Sometimes you might get taken out on the first attempt. If it's still valid and the stop loss isn't big enough, I'll just put it back in. Da -da -da -da. Yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Good to see everyone back crushing it today. like I say, it's Friday, guys. Let's see how the week. Let's see how if we can end the week off strong. But mainly, I'm waiting for this 30 to close for some sells. Price action hasn't been super clean today, I'll tell you that, but we can definitely trade it and possibly take some entries today. Definitely. But yeah, any questions? Feel free to get a question in the comments, guys. Whilst I'm on anyway, we'll stay on for at least an hour, watch news, see what news does, and then I'll see if I can take some entries after news, because news will spice things up a lot. But I'll be looking for these sells down into them targets. You know, something like that. See, the 30 would be nice if it literally wasn't on the half one news clause, but let's have a look at the weekly on gold. Have a look at the weekly. Like, look at that weekly. Big pullback. This were expected, to be honest. This were expected. I remember saying when price was at this level, I remember saying if gold needs to push further down, it needs to close below this structure. I said if gold gets below here and closes below, then you're likely to push into the next sort of area, which is here. So, you know, with gold now, I think you're quite clear into this sort of area at 32.44. So I think any sort of sells into there is fine, and then you could possibly have that retracement back up. Yeah. You know, 4 hourly as well. If you look at the 4 hourly, look at the structure that we've just broke. We're breaking structures to the downside. Next area for gold for me would be to come into these lows, come into this level, and actually finish that push down before pushing higher. You know, what is that? Like, look at that. You got 300 ticks into them lows. It's very, very nice. And all we're doing is trying to catch like 10% of that. You know what I mean? Oh, let's have a look at Nasdaq. What is Nasdaq doing? See, Nasdaq's pulling back a little bit now. Look at that. We're having a decent pullback here on Nas. Instant push down. You know, we've had a big push up, taking out these highs. Decent pullback now. Could we see Nasdaq have a pullback for us to then for me to look for longs? Possibly. Possibly. I just need to let it slow down and relax a little bit. But them longs yesterday on gold were very clean. We took the, well, I didn't, but we marked it up on the Zoom, guys. Very, very good stuff. So on the Zoom yesterday, later on, we had a Zoom session in the community at about, 4 o'clock. We were saying if we close strong above this level or this range that we had, price is likely to push into these highs here. So as soon as we broke above, like I say, that was the cue to go long after the initial bottom wick. And into them highs, you had 40 ticks. Into these highs, you had 80. And if you let this play forward, look at that. Very, very clean. Very clean entry there on gold. Textbook entry. Textbook breakout impulse there. Bro, do you trade in stock? Only gold and Nasdaq I trade, mate. Only gold and Nasdaq. I don't trade the S&P either. Linda, S&P did similar, did it? Nice. Have a look. S&P, look at the S&P. It's absolutely flying. Look at that. Look at that push from the lows. How many have you got? Like, you've got 26%. That's like 2.5 years of gains. On average, that's like 2.5 years of gains. Very, very good. That was super clean though. That was super clean. But if you do go to the S&P, let's have a look what it did at this time. Yeah, it did actually. S&P did similar. Took the lows, closed bullish. That would have probably been your long on the similar time. And then let's play it forward. Yeah, nice. Very, very nice. Not as clean for me. This chart is nowhere near as clean to me as the gold chart, but nevertheless, still clean. Data 8:30. Yeah, I know, mate. We've got red news. I've already gone through it all. Where are we? Forex Factory there. GDP for CAD, USD price, PCE. Cheers for likes, guys. I appreciate it. Cheers for liking, subscribing. Nice one. Has anybody taken any trades today, guys? Get in the comments. Has anyone taken much? Still in gold sells from 90s. 90s. Yeah, decent, bro. There's no entry. There's been no entries for me, really. It's been chopping, look. Chopping. Even this morning, look. Full on chop. Like, these breakouts aren't clean at all. If you haven't taken anything today, don't be too bothered. The price action's not been super... There's no valid entries. I'm going to be waiting for this break above for buys. If the 30 can close back above 82s, I'll be looking for buys into these highs. Simple as that. Simple analysis there. Because I feel like if gold's going to pull back, it's going to at least come into that first liquidity point. Oh, it's going to first come into that first liquidity point, which is up here to the left. Demand zone on the weekly. I don't trade demand zones, but yeah. I took a sell on gold, but small lot size. Nice. I mean, you can't go wrong with selling gold today, really. Very bearish at the moment. Should I close or hold that? I won't tell you what to do because we trade different strategies, I'm assuming. Like, if you was in the community, I'd be able to tell you. But I don't know your strategy and I don't know your plan. So, I'm not going to tell you. Just follow. If your plan is really profitable, and your... Like, I'm being honest, if your plan is profitable and your plan works over time, don't ask anybody else because you should be trusting it. If you don't have a plan for it on how to exit the market, well, you need to do a little bit of digging. You need to do a bit of digging on how to manage your trades. I'm waiting for data, but plan to get active. Yeah, me too, mate. I'm waiting for this. I'm waiting for this to come out in 6 minutes, and I'm going to be looking for entries. Me too. Just got to stay a little bit patient with this news. I'm looking for buys into these highs. into these highs here. Like if you was a community member who took an impulse entry like here, well, I'd be able to tell you how to manage it. But me telling you how I manage my trades to a strategy that might not have a management point at like these highs or these lows, I just don't know. I mean, if I were in from up here, I would definitely have taken partials down here. Like, if I was in from 90s, 180 ticks, I've definitely taken something off the table. I'm not letting 100 plus ticks go to break even. That to me just makes no sense. Even if you call it a free trade, well, it's not a free trade if it goes from 100 ticks to break even. You've just lost 100 ticks. If it's, you know, if you've pushed 40 ticks, you've taken half, and then it goes to break even, well, that makes sense because you've taken profit and you paid yourself. But, you know, letting a trade push 200 ticks in profit and then saying, oh, it's a break even, I've not lost any money. Well, you just lost 200 ticks of profit. You've not taken anything off the table. You've not managed at your management points. Price said it will go into reverse because it hit liquidity or it hit a level, but you still held. Like, you've just lost 200 ticks. You've just not got a break even. Yeah, I'd like this 30 to close nice and bullish. News come out, bottom wick, and then I can get a flip buy. Like this. That'd be nice. And then I'd be looking for that. Something like this. Like that. Dun, 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 dun. Is Naz doing any? Yeah, Naz is having a decent little... Like I say, I'd like Naz to pull back and then I can look for longs down here. Let me delete this. But yeah, we've got news, guys, in 2.5 minutes. Might be a dumb question, but what's the difference between ticks and pips? Nothing, mate. It depends. Well, obviously there is a difference, but one's futures, one's FX. So if you're trading futures, the price increment is ticks. If you're using FX, well, you would have heard of pips before. So just an increment of price. Or a price movement, okay? So, like I say, I use ticks. I like using ticks better. I think it sounds better. Not only am I trading futures, I'm trading FX too. But I just like it. I just like this. I like it better, to be honest with you. But that's not a dumb question. That's a good question. Dun, 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 dun. Jesse, but I've taken partials. I am also in Bitcoin buys. Let's have a look at BTC. Let's have a look at BTC whilst the news comes out. Yeah, look at that. That's what I mean. Everyone look at that liquidity level as well. Look at that liquidity that got taken before the push. Very, very nice push there. If you remember a couple of weeks ago, guys, when we were trading up here, someone asked me for a Bitcoin analysis. I said if we start breaking below this level here, which we actually did on this candle, I said we're likely to come and take out these lows before pushing higher. Likely to come and take out these lows before pushing higher. And look at that. Closed below, broke the lows, took the lows, and then reversed. Insane. That's very, very good accuracy. And that's all just liquidity. That is all liquidity. Understanding liquidity, how it works, and understanding breakouts and levels and closures, it's literally all you need. There's no need to overcomplicate trading anymore. Look at this. You've got a level, breakout, one sec, breakout. After the breakout, where do you push into? Liquidity. After you take the liquidity, what do? You reverse into more liquidity. Simple as that, guys. Stop overcomplicating your trading, okay? And I literally trade gold the same way. Yeah, look at that 30-minute instantly push down on news. Like, there's nothing I can do just yet. Possible, if the 15 gets above this level, I'll be looking for buys into these highs. Because really, now we've rejected, my new range will go here. Something like so. Okay? Now we've actually created support here. That's my new range. And they're my targets for buys. Thank you. All good, Linda. News. Yeah, this is news. I know. Guys, I'm aware of news. Look. 1/2 news. All good. Positive for the US dollar. That's why gold's dropping. Or having an initial push down. But this can still push higher. There's nothing to say we can't break back above this level to push higher. I mean, if this candle gets above... Yeah, if this candle gets above this range, I'll be looking for them buys. That could be nice. But the price action today has been ranging. Would you look for sells? No, not yet. Not yet. We've rejected from support. We've rejected from support within a range. I'd be looking for sells below. I'd be looking for buys above. I'd need to see a breakout of this range now. I really do think gold's going to break above this range and come and take out these highs. That's my overall analysis. There's just too many highs to take. Too much liquidity to take. Got in a buy from 74s at 74s. At that level, nice. Yeah, not a bad entry there, mate. Yeah. Where's your break even? Are you break even already? Nice. I mean, if you break even already, you could get a decent trade on higher. Like, that could be a decent trade, especially if you breaks above this level. I'd be looking for longs. Divergence. I don't use divergence, but nice, man. Nice. Do you ever use fib? No. I don't use fib just because I can get it right a lot more times than a fib can. Like I say, if you look at a fib from high to low like so, like look at all the levels that are on a Fibonacci. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 levels on a fib. So you're telling me that a Fibonacci has 6 goals of getting it right? I mean, six levels to get a reverse, to try and catch a reversal. That's not hard, is it? So I can just use pure price action instead. I literally use 2 or 3 levels like this, and that's it. 1, 2 for my ranges, and 1 for my targets. Yeah, we've got these laws down here that are probably going to get taken. Yeah, maybe take them laws first, reject the level, push bullish, potentially. Yeah, we're taking that liquidity now, guys. That liquidity at 72, 71, 72 is getting taken. Never mind, hit break even. That's not how you trade. Yes, it is. You trade. I used to use a fib in line with multiple confluences. Like I used to use fib and level, or I used to use fib and structure. Like it's just an extra confluence where a price level is. But even so, it's for me Fibonacci. It can work. You know, you do see it reject from these levels, but I just don't need it with my strategy. Is what I'm trying to say. I use breakouts. I just don't need it. But is that how you use it? Of course it's how you use it. You top wherever, you know, let's say that this was the law that was created and it started reversing from this law. If you had a level around here or an area that lines up with the 50%, that would add confluence to that level for a reversal. I don't trade like that. That's, to me, trying to predict where the market's going to stop. And I don't like predicting where the market's going to stop. I rather trade with the volume into targets with the momentum. Yo, Charlie, how's it going, mate? Welcome. Hope you're good, mate. Oh, I'm Shoki, bro, from TikTok. Welcome. Good to see you, mate. How are you? How are you, bro? Marvel. I'm not going to tell you when you should and shouldn't be buying. You can make that decision. I'm in nothing just yet. I'm in no entries just yet, mate. Is Nasdaq pulled back? See, Nasdaq's having a decent pullback now, which is decent. It gives new targets, doesn't it? That's the good thing about having a pullback with Nasdaq. With it being so bullish, it gives a pullback and it gives these targets as good areas for me to long into. So if this pulls back and creates some support, gives me that half risk long into them areas, that would be nice. That would be nice. And then we've obviously got gold here. Yeah, Shoki or Shoki. Nice one, bro. Good to see you. Have you taken anything since the live? Can you trade on this live, everyday live? Yes, I trade every day. I trade live every day, and if I take an entry, I've taken like 3 entries on YouTube this week. Someone here? Yeah, I've taken like 3 entries on YouTube Live, and we're up. Like I say, if you followed every YouTube Live this week, we're up maybe like 40, 56. But I take entries on here if they follow the plan and if they set up. Only if they're valid. I'm not gonna sit here and just take trades because I want to take trades because people are saying trade now, trade this. No, if it's valid, I'll enter, and you'll see me execute and you'll see me manage. News taking the liquidity made sense. It's actually not taking it yet. There's still a double bottom down there. It still hasn't taken that liquidity just yet. Could it take it now? Of course. I would like to see it sort of not take it, and then I can trade into that. That'd be nice. But I think this 5 minutes going to flip down into it, to be honest. If anything, the 5 minutes going to go and flip into them lows. 17 ticks. Yeah, bro, I took the sells from the TikTok live. Nice. And closed before the push up from news. Nice, mate. Good work. Yeah, the sells were clean if you was on to take it. It's actually pushed nice on that liquidity level. I like 2080 area. 2080. For what, mate? 2080 for what? What for? What are you looking to do at 2080? Oh, I drew my line wrong. Yeah, it could be nice. I could try and take some sells. If we get confirmation, which I think it's going to come and take it before, but I'd like to sell into that. You know, I'd like to have maybe caught confirmation here into them lows. Because even though it doesn't look like much, that first target is still like 20 ticks. Yeah, that sort of that is still a 20 tick target, which isn't bad at all, really. Because I think it's going to come and spike these lows and then potentially give us the reversal. Futures long. What? Oh, 32.80. What makes you say that? See, there's nothing for me to say that gold's going to reverse there. That's the thing that I don't like do. And that's the thing where a lot of people actually kind of struggle when they're trading, is because they try to predict huge moves. And if it works for you, perfect. Like, if you can actually kind of predict a falling knife, where a falling knife is going to reverse, then good stuff. But most people can't, and that's where most people fail. They predict longs, they predict longs, they predict longs, and then they get emotionally attached to a trade. By the time it gets down here, they've blown their account because they tried to predict a reversal instead of just trading with the volume. You know, instead of just trading with the volume. So that's what I do. But like I say, if you can actually reverse it, yeah, gold's bearish, as simple as that. Yeah, Ron, like you said, gold's bearish. Like, there's no need to be trying to catch a reversal. Look at how bearish it is. Look at that. I mean, any bit like this is what a lot of traders do. And don't get me wrong, I used to do the same when I first started, but I don't do it now. They do this, all right? I like this level, buy in here. I like this level, buy in here. I'm buying here. I'm attached to this trade now. I'm buying here. Or it's rejecting a little bit. Let me buy here. Or I'm still attached to this. I need to get out a drawdown. Buy. Buy. Guess what? I'll buy again. Look at that. Instead of looking at the chart for what it is, it's pushing down. Instead of trying to catch a reversal, trade with the volume. What is the market showing me? What is the market showing me? What is it telling me at the time? Okay, I'm reacting to what it's telling me. If it breaks below, look at that. Perfect. All them sells to the downside. And it's the same now. People buying. Look, gold's bearish. It will be bullish once it breaks back above this level. Then I'll start looking for buys. Okay? I just half a key level there. Yeah, nice, man. If you've got a key, like, mate, I don't know your strategy, but if it works for you, bro, you keep doing it. But I know that's how I used to trade. Like 5 years ago, when I was trading like a daily time frame and 4-hour time frame entry, I was like, okay, I'm waiting for price to come into this level, and then I'm going to buy. Or I'm buying again. Like, why am I trying to catch reversals? Why don't I just try and catch this move down here? Or this move here? Okay. And I'm not saying this, guys, to say that it doesn't work for you. If it works for you, perfect. But for many traders, trying to trade like that just doesn't. And for me, it just didn't. Take that away. Try and react instead of predicting too much. Just react to what the market's telling you. Yeah, cheers, guys. Can we crush 20 likes? Five more people like the stream if you haven't. Let's crush 20 likes. We don't want below 20. We've had 20 for the last maybe like full month of 20 plus. Sometimes even 40. 40 likes sometimes. But what is... But now we've taken... Look at this, guys. Now we've taken hourly liquidity, look. Look at this. We've taken hourly liquidity. This could be an area to start seeing gold reverse. But am I going to start buying here? Absolutely not. Gold's not telling me to buy yet. Gold will tell me to buy when it starts breaking back above some levels. Okay? Yeah, these levels were just from before. Now we've brought below. I haven't got these ranges now. I'll just wait for gold to give me a new range. Now it's taken these targets. You know, now it's taken these lows, like lows down here. Now I'll wait for a new range to form. Because gold can... The area I'd look to buy above is above this sort of range here. If gold can get back above here, this is where I'd be looking to buy. Because this is a big level where price could reverse from or could react from. If I get back above here, that's where I'm going to be looking for longs into them highs. Okay. And I'd like I say, I'd need some sort of support to form now. It's just in a hard place. Gold's just in a tricky place today. Like this pullback's much better on Nasdaq. Damn, that was fast. Yeah, it was. Next level for it to drop, it depends where it stops and it actually creates support. If we standardize, if we create support here, this will be my range. Buys above, or if it breaks below, sells below. It needs to create some support. It's just taken liquidity, so it could create that support now. It has liquidity to the left, like here, all the way back. So it has just taken liquidity, so you could see a little push up. But if it gets back above here, I'll look for buys. And for sells, if it creates support here, I'll look for sells below here. If it starts reversing from here, guys, if it starts reversing from here, well, that's fine. It can do. I'll look for buys above here. So if it starts reversing from here and breaks above, well, perfect. I'll take buys. But I'm not trying to predict buys here because gold's bearish. Gold's bearish. Gold's pushing down. If I start predicting buys now and it continues to push down, then that's just crazy. Why would I do that? It makes no sense. I'd rather it confirm above a level and then I'll take buys. I'd rather it close above a level, and then I'll take buys. Did you take anything on stream? Just join? No, nothing yet, Oliver, mate. Nothing at all. Yo, cheers for light, guys. I appreciate that. Also, guys, like I said, the new website to join the Discord community is up. It's not the website you see in the link now. This is my new website. It will be getting changed to this. It will be getting changed to this over the weekend. So if you do want to sign up for the community, I've just put the link in the chat and I've just pinned the link. So click that link and it'll take you to my new website. You can choose a plan and sign up there, okay? Like I say, instead of going through the old website, this is the new website now, okay? How did you start to learn to trade? Well, I first started actually in a community. Like I said, I'm one of them. I'm one of them who likes to, you know, learn stuff a lot quicker. So joining communities and stuff is what I did. I literally just joined a community. I started watching a few YouTube videos first, and then I joined a community, and I learned like a daily time frame kind of strategy, which I tried for like quite a long time actually. I tried it for like a year or two, but it just wasn't for me. I prefer being in and out within the day, like trading like I do now. So for me, it just wasn't it. So I obviously left and joined a few more communities, 3 or 4 communities. And then, yeah, the strategy that I've got now and the strategy that I use now is just from all that knowledge put together, really. But yeah, I've been in multiple communities, been in on multiple people's YouTube and stuff, put everything together, and I'm here now. But yeah, like I say, I'm not one of them to like go on YouTube and try and find it all. Like, I'd rather just join a community and learn it a lot quicker. Like, even if I did something new nowadays, like if I wanted to get into something new, like as well as trading, I wanted to learn, I don't know, let's just make something up. Let's say that I wanted to learn something to do with property. Like, yeah, you can learn on your own, but it'll take you a long time. But you can also find a mentor who will do it quicker and teach you everything quicker. And for me, that's money well spent. You know, time's money. I'd rather learn something quicker. So that's what I did. I basically just went and found a paid community, and I joined that. I was in there for maybe like a year or two, actually. I was in there for a long time. Have you tried SMC? I've looked into it, but to me, it's just analysis paralysis. I haven't tried actually trading it with my strategy. But I've had a look at like analysis and stuff, and to me, it's just overanalyzed. It's not needed. But that's just my opinion, guys. People can be maybe successful with it. I don't really know how successful people are with it. Like, I see people who trade it, but then they don't show any payouts or anything. It's just like, you don't show payouts, you don't trade live. Are you really profitable with it, or are you just using the fancy words that come with it so you can sell stuff? Probably using SMC as a gateway to sell stuff. But like I say, hundreds of strategies work. hundreds of strategies work. It's just finding one that works well with you and that is simple enough for you to follow. That you can turn up, take the trades, and be done. Okay? Literally it. Turn up. I can follow my plan because this is simple enough. Okay? I can execute it daily. Showing patience. And that's good. Okay? Yeah, but gold's not doing much here, guys, to be honest with you. Nas is having a decent pullback, which is good. If we can range on NASDAQ now, this is a lot better. Let me just upload this for the community. I'm stuck in the break-even stage. If you're stuck in the break-even stage, there's a few things you can do. Like I say, you can always tweak where you're going wrong. Like, for example, if you haven't got like a management plan, which I'm big on, I've got full course videos and stuff on management and execution. To me, that is super key to being profitable. Like, I would say to you, mate, is look at your management, look at your execution, okay? And if that is where you're going wrong, which is where your profits are going, well, look at having rules set in place to prevent you from, you know, taking big losses or not taking your profits. That's something that I'm very, very big on is, you know, managing in the right places, managing in valid places. It's no point in having no plan on where to manage, okay? There's no point in having said, oh, I'm just taking profits here because I like the look of $200 profit. Makes no sense. You need to take profit where it makes sense. Okay? And it's one of them things where you just, if you're at the break-even stage as well, you just got to stop doing what's not working. Like, if you're constantly turning up and taking profits too early, well, why? If you're extending your stop loss and trying to catch these huge moves, why? Like, ask yourself them questions, mate. Be honest with yourself, understand where you're going wrong, and then look to change it, and look to change it quickly as possible. But guys, I'm going to head off. Yeah, we've been on for an hour and 15. I'm going to head off. It's pointless sitting here. I'm just going to be waiting for a range to form on NASDAQ. So any community members, I'll update you as soon as we get that range on NAS. And for gold, is not doing much. The only thing I'm going to be watching is for buys above this level. Okay? Buys above this level. That's what I'm going to be watching for on gold. So if I can get back above here, I'm going to be looking for buys. And then on NASDAQ, I'm going to be waiting for a new range to form. If I can get that range on NAS, well, perfect. I've got buys above here, sells below here. Then I can look for some buys or sells. So that's what I'm waiting for on NASDAQ. All right? Have a great weekend, Joe. See you next week. Zulu, you too, mate. You too. Guys, I'm going to head off. I don't want to... No point sitting here watching gold do absolutely nothing. Look at it. It's in the middle of nowhere. So let's have a good weekend. I'll be in the community chats in the Discord community. So members, I'll be there as soon as something shows, and let's try and take some W's to end off the week strong. But I am going to be actively trading now for the next like 2 or 3 hours. But if I do take anything, it will be in the community with the members. All right. So yeah, see you next week, guys. Have a good weekend. Trade safe. If you're up for the week already, don't ruin it. And like I say, see See you Monday, same time. Bye-bye, guys. Have a good weekend.